For the next 3 days, I want you to become your own greatest teacher, instead of your own worst enemy. Every word you speak to yourself is either building your future or destroying it. If you continue speaking fear into your mind, your life will continue to reflect fear. But if you change your inner voice for just 3 days, you may awaken a version of yourself you thought was gone forever. Stay until the end, because these simple words have the power to transform the way you think, act, and live. Your life is shaped less by what others say to you, and more by what you repeatedly say to yourself. Every achievement, every failure, every moment of courage begins with an inner conversation. Most people spend years criticizing themselves without realizing it. Today, you'll learn 5 powerful ways to speak to yourself that build confidence, inner peace, and unstoppable discipline. Practice them for just 3 days, and you'll begin to notice a remarkable shift. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against difficult people, unfortunate circumstances, or unexpected failures. It is against the voice that lives inside your own mind. That quiet voice speaks every single day, and whether you realize it or not, it shapes your identity. If that voice constantly tells you that you are weak, unlucky, or incapable, your actions will begin to reflect those beliefs. But if you train that voice to become calm, disciplined, and encouraging, your entire life begins to move in a different direction. Your mind is always listening, and every word you repeat becomes a seed planted in your subconscious. Be careful about what you choose to grow. For the next 3 days, make one commitment. Refuse to speak to yourself with disrespect. The moment you notice a negative thought, interrupt it immediately. Replace "I can't do this" with "I am learning to do this." Replace "I always fail" with "every setback is preparing me for success." These are not empty words meant to make you feel better. They are deliberate choices that reshape your thinking. Every champion, every leader, and every person who has overcome great hardship first learned to master the conversation within. Imagine carrying a coach inside your mind instead of a critic. A coach corrects mistakes but never destroys confidence. A coach reminds you of your potential when you forget it yourself. Become that coach. Speak with patience when you stumble, with courage when fear appears, and with determination when life becomes difficult. The words you whisper to yourself today will become the actions you take tomorrow. Choose words that build strength instead of weakness, faith instead of doubt, and discipline instead of excuses. The moment you stop speaking like your own enemy is the moment you begin becoming your own greatest ally. And that single decision can transform every area of your life. Fear speaks in questions. It whispers, "What if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if everyone judges you?" Confidence speaks differently. It says, "I will learn, I will adapt, I will find a way." The direction of your life depends on which voice you choose to strengthen. Your mind is like fertile ground. Whatever you plant repeatedly, fear or faith, doubt or determination, will eventually grow into your reality. This is why your daily self-talk is so important. Every sentence you repeat becomes a command that your subconscious begins to obey. For the next 3 days, challenge yourself to speak with certainty in every situation. The moment uncertainty enters your mind, replace it with a statement of purpose. Instead of saying, "I hope I can handle this," declare, "I am capable of facing whatever comes." Instead of thinking, "This problem is too big," remind yourself, "Every challenge carries an opportunity to become stronger." These simple shifts may seem small, but they gradually reshape your mindset. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build through repetition, action, and unwavering belief in your ability to grow. Every morning before you begin your day, stand tall, breathe deeply, and remind yourself of who you are becoming. Say, "I am disciplined. I remain calm under pressure. I finish what I start. I choose courage over comfort. I become stronger with every challenge." Speak these words slowly and with conviction. Your voice should carry the certainty that your future is being shaped by the decisions you make today, not by the fears that try to stop you. Remember, confidence does not mean you will never feel afraid. It means fear no longer controls your choices. The strongest people are not those who never experience doubt. They are those who continue moving forward despite it. When your words are filled with certainty, your actions become more decisive, your posture becomes stronger, your mind becomes calmer, and your life begins to reflect the confidence you have chosen to cultivate from within. Complaining is one of the quietest habits that steals your strength. It often begins with small thoughts. The weather is wrong. Life is unfair. People don't understand you, or your progress is too slow. At first, these words seem harmless, but repeated often enough, they train your mind to focus only on obstacles. The more you complain, the more your brain searches for reasons to complain again. Soon, even opportunities begin to look like burdens. This is why truly disciplined people guard not only their actions but also their words. They understand that every sentence they repeat shapes the way they see the world. For the next 3 days, practice replacing every complaint with gratitude. When something doesn't go your way, pause before reacting. Instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" ask yourself, "What is this situation trying to teach me?" Instead of saying, "This is impossible," remind yourself, "This challenge is making me wiser, stronger, and more resilient." Gratitude is not pretending that life is perfect. It is choosing to recognize that every experience, even the difficult ones, carries a lesson that can help you grow. Begin each morning by naming 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be extraordinary. Be thankful for your breath, your health, another sunrise, the ability to learn, or the chance to become a better version of yourself. As the day continues, keep returning to this mindset whenever frustration appears. You will notice that your emotions become steadier, your thinking becomes clearer, and your energy is no longer wasted on negativity. The strongest people are not those who have the easiest lives. They are the ones who refuse to let hardship poison their perspective. Gratitude transforms pressure into purpose and setbacks into stepping stones. When you consistently focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you begin to carry a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by temporary difficulties. Your circumstances may not change overnight, but your attitude will. And once your attitude changes, your actions improve, your resilience grows, and your future begins to change with it. Most people spend their lives waiting. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect mood, the perfect moment, or for someone else to believe in them before they take action. But the truth is, that day rarely comes. Growth begins the moment you stop waiting for permission and start leading yourself. The strongest people are not those who always feel motivated. They are the ones who have learned to become their own master. They understand that emotions change every day, but discipline remains steady. If you allow your feelings to decide your actions, your progress will always be inconsistent. If you allow your principles to lead, your life will become unstoppable. For the next 3 days, stop negotiating with yourself when it comes to the things that truly matter. When it's time to wake up, get up. When it's time to work, begin. When it's time to exercise, move. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your character. Every time you break one, you weaken the trust you have in yourself. Self-mastery is built through these small victories that no one else sees but that shape the person you are becoming. Speak to yourself like a wise mentor giving clear instructions. Say, "I finish what I start. I control my emotions instead of letting them control me. I choose discipline over comfort. I stay focused even when distractions appear." These are more than motivational words. They are daily commitments. The more often you repeat them and act on them, the more they become part of your identity. Soon, discipline will no longer feel forced. It will become your natural way of living. Remember, true freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want whenever you want. True freedom comes from having complete control over your own mind, your habits, and your choices. When you become your own master, outside opinions lose their power, temporary failures lose their sting, and excuses lose their voice. You no longer depend on motivation to move forward, because your purpose becomes stronger than your comfort. And once you reach that point, there is very little in this world that can stop you from becoming the person you were meant to be. The final conversation of your day may be the most important one you ever have. Before you close your eyes and surrender to sleep, your mind is still absorbing every thought, every emotion, and every word you repeat. What you tell yourself in those quiet moments becomes the foundation for tomorrow. If you end your day replaying failures, regrets, and fears, you carry that weight into the next morning. But if you choose to speak with hope, purpose, and confidence, you give your mind a new direction to follow. The greatest transformations often begin in silence, when no one is watching and only you can hear the voice within. For the next 3 nights, create a simple ritual. Sit quietly for a few moments, take a slow, deep breath, and imagine the strongest version of yourself standing in front of you. See someone who is calm under pressure, disciplined in action, kind in character, and fearless in the face of challenges. Then speak directly to that future version of yourself. Say, I am becoming you with every decision I make. I refuse to quit. I choose growth over comfort. I will keep my promises to myself. Every step I take brings me closer to the life I am meant to live. Speak these words with complete belief, because your future is built by the thoughts you consistently reinforce. As you drift into sleep, let gratitude replace anxiety and let faith replace doubt. Trust that every small effort you make today is preparing you for greater victories tomorrow. Remember that success is rarely created by one dramatic moment. It is built through countless quiet decisions made with consistency and intention. Every evening is another opportunity to strengthen your mind, renew your purpose, and remind yourself why you started this journey. Never underestimate the power of speaking life into your own spirit. The person you dream of becoming is not waiting somewhere in the distant future. It is being created right now through your daily choices, your unwavering discipline, and the words you repeatedly tell yourself. Change your inner voice, and you will begin to change your entire destiny, one day, one decision, and one powerful conversation at a time. For the next 3 days, make yourself one promise. No matter what happens, you will protect the words you speak to yourself. Remember, the world may doubt you, people may misunderstand you, and circumstances may test you, but your inner voice must become your place of strength, not your place of defeat. Every powerful life begins with one powerful decision, the decision to believe in yourself before anyone else does. When you change the conversation within, you change the direction of your life. Confidence replaces fear. Discipline overcomes excuses. Gratitude silences complaints. Peace defeats anxiety. One action becomes one habit, and one habit becomes the person you ultimately become. So, when you wake up tomorrow morning, don't ask, what if I fail? Ask, what greatness can I create today? Speak with courage, walk with purpose, live with discipline. Become the person your future self is depending on. If this message touched your heart, don't let it end here. Practice these words for the next 3 days, and watch how your mindset begins to transform. Your greatest breakthrough isn't waiting somewhere outside of you. It has been waiting inside you all along. Stand tall. Speak with power. Trust your journey. Your new life begins with your next sentence, and that sentence starts now.